Hello and welcome to our lecture about the 17th century poetry presented by Dr. Ala Al-Halbousi. This lecture is presented as part of the second course to the second year students of the English department of the College of Arts, Aliraqia University. So let's first give a reflection of the 17th century society. The 17th century marked a shift from an age of faith to an age of reason، واللي هي المرحلة اللي انتقل بها تفكير الناس والمجتمع من المعتقدات والإيمان بالأشياء إلى تغليب لغة العقل والمنطق والعلم. Literature represents the turbulence in society, religion and the monarchy of the period. وكعادة الأدب هو يشكل ثورة، يشكل شغبا ضد هذه الأشياء، وممكن يقود ثورة ضد الواقع الذي تعيشه الأمم. Life for the English people changed as religious controversy and civil war shook the nation. يعني عنصرين رئيسيين أثرت بهم وهي تغيير الدين ومسألة الحرب الأهلية. The issues reformulated the role of individual in society, perspective of faith and social structure in England. Writers of this period offer their own philosophies as proof of the issue and influence the masses. Specific examples of authors of this period who present English issues and perspectives in their work are John Donne and John Milton. Common themes among these two authors are love, religion, and political views. There are some few major events happened in the 17th century to England. One of them is the Reformation. The Reformation began in the 16th century as religion in England experienced an upheaval. The difficulty of combining church and state created hostility with the people، اللي هي دمج السياسة مع الدين، سببت مشاكل كبيرة في إنجلترا. People were imprisoned for practicing faith beyond that sanctioned by the government. Still, the Protestant Church of England was perceived by the people of England as becoming increasingly similar to the Catholic Church. Creation of religious sects such as Puritans, Separationists, and Presbyterians created rifts among the people and intolerance by the government. هذا النوع من التزاوج بين الدين والسياسة أثر على المجتمع لأن خلق طوائف كثيرة داخل المجتمع كانت متناحرة فيما بينها وكانت لا تطيق إحداها الأخرى. In addition to the problems of tied religion and state was the shift in monarchy and combined religious tensions. The other changing event was the changing of monarchy, يعني تغير الملكية. With the death of Queen Elizabeth, James I took over the monarchy. King James I commissioned the translation of the Bible to reduce diversity in the biblical stories seen prior to the King James Version. هذا يعني أن الملك جيمس الأول غير أو قلل في الترجمة لترجمة الإنجيل، وذلك لسد الثغرات والفجوات بين الطوائف الموجودة لكي يقرب وجهات النظر. James I ruled with autocracy، اللي هي الحكم الفرد المطلق، and believed that his position was divinely appointed. وهذا الاعتقاد السائد في ذاك الوقت وممكن لحد الآن، بأن الملك هو السلطة الموكلة من قبل الله للبشر، هو موكل بتنفيذها، أي هو النائب عن الله في الأرض. The people did not love King James as they did Queen Elizabeth. After 22 years, King James I died and was succeeded by his son Charles I. Charles follows his father's example of divine rule and disregards parliament taxing at will. The new king further ignites the hostility of the people، بمعنى أشعل فتيل غضب الناس مجددا، by marrying a Catholic woman. Civil war breaks out in 1642. We also have the advances in science اللي هو التقدم العلمي. Despite the turbulence of the monarchy, religion differences and civil war, the 17th century was a time of exploration, expansion of science and reflection of individualism and personal perspectives. Francis Bacon offered his philosophy on using scientific reasoning, observation, and experimentation to form conclusions. The works of Copernicus, Galileo, and Isaac Newton were now becoming widely accepted. These new ideas and scientific discoveries changed how people viewed themselves and the world around them. هذه الاكتشافات العظيمة ووجود هؤلاء العظماء من العلماء أثر على رؤية الناس للمجتمع ورؤية الناس لأنفسهم. Education became more widely available. Art and science flourished, and focus shifted from life of work and social place to a more individualistic society. Last but not least, the civil war, هي الحرب الأهلية, was fought by the parliamentarian and the royalists. The royalists supported the monarchy. The parliamentarians fought against the royalists who believed that the monarchy had ultimate rule by right of divinity. King Charles was eventually put on a trial, found to have behaved treasonously and beheaded. لذلك فإن الحرب الأهلية قامت بين من دعم البرلمان ومن يدعمون الملكية ويعتبرون أن الملك هو تمثيل إلهي في الأرض. وفي نهاية المطاف انتصر البرلمانيون أو مؤيدي البرلمانيين واتهموا الملك بالخيانة، لذلك فقد تم إعدامه في النهاية. Now we have two groups of poets of the 17th century, the metaphysical poets and the new classical poets. The term metaphysical poets was coined by the critic Samuel Johnson to describe a loose group of the 17th century English poets whose work was characterized by the inventive use of conceits and by a greater emphasis on the spoken rather than lyrical quality of their verse. The other type, which is called New Classical Poetry, which follows the pattern of poetry authored by the poets of ancient times, for example, Greek and Rome. Pope and Dryden were the leading writers who deviated from the traditional schools of poetry and sought guidance in the works of ancient Greek and Roman writers. The main poets of the age were John Donne, Ben Jonson, George Herbert, Robert Herrick, Andrew Marvell, John Milton.